Tennessee at Pittsburgh, 41.5. Geoff, what are you feeling?
I mean, I'll take the over on this one just from the perspective of the Pittsburgh defense has just been so bad of late, and this total is just so low. I mean, you know, the Titans, like Julio Jones may not have done much last week, but they didn't need him to do anything. I think his usage will go up here. The Steelers have no one to cover him. And on the other side of the ball, I mean, we've at least seen Pittsburgh pick it up in garbage time as well. So, I mean, the Titans, at the very least, they don't have the bodies in the secondary to cover all of the good Pittsburgh Steelers receivers. So I think Pittsburgh will probably be able to move the ball too. I think this one's just a little bit too low. I kind of like the over here.
Steve, the only total lower than this is Texans at the Jaguars.
Yeah, I mean, this total has just gotten too low. It opened at 43, had a little bit of pause there, getting down to 41.5 now. Like, at what point do you go, okay, I'm just going to have to take the over in this one? And for as much as the loss of Derrick Henry has been, Tennessee is actually running the ball pretty well. And now they're getting a run defense that has been absolutely trampled in 3 of their last 5 games. 229 rushing yards against the Lions, 191 against the Bengals, 232 against the Vikings last week. If they get a comfortable lead, they're going to be able to keep up putting up points on the ground too as well. Julio Jones, just like Geoff said, didn't do much last week, but now that has to change how the secondary attacks this Titans team, because they actually have a legit receiver on the field now. So that brings off some of the focus on some of the other guys. Give me the over on this one. This number has just gotten too low now.
Pearce, what are you taking?
Yeah, I'll take the over because the number is too low, but it's very close. If this number bounces back to where it opened up around 43 or even goes higher, which it should, I think people are going to start hammering the over here. If it starts to move up, then I do want to consider going with the under. I know that the teams, Pittsburgh has struggled against the run, and Pittsburgh struggled against the pass, but they do have a really solid pass rush. 11th in pressure, 10th in quarterback knockdowns, 2nd in sacks. And you look and see one of the weaknesses of this Tennessee offense is their offensive line. It struggled. Last week, they allowed a 40% pressure rate to Jacksonville. That translated into almost a 30% bad pass rate from Tannehill, sacked 4 times. Hard to sustain drives, hard to move the ball when you're constantly under pressure and making bad passes. That's why they only put 20 points on the board last week against Jacksonville when Jacksonville's offense wasn't moving it at all. And then at the same time, Tennessee also has a pretty good pass rush. I think that's going to cause problems for Ben Roethlisberger. I know he gets rid of the ball pretty quickly nowadays. He's changed who he is. But by getting rid of the ball really quickly, they don't have these big plays anymore. And they're not running the ball very well. I think they're going to find themselves in 3rd and long often against a good pass rush. I think both these offenses are going to struggle against these defenses.